What do you find are the most critical factors in choosing the right locations for success in Vietnam or any other country? As we hear the old adage, real estate, real estate, real estate. What's your take on that?
I'll probably get this one, Sean, to start off. And there's going to be a prevailing theme with myself and Gap Maps. We really love data. So that's really that perspective that I'm always going to be looking at it from. Uh, I feel that site selection is no longer about gut feel. I mean, there is that certain element that goes into it, circling back to that whole localization conversation. But in a lot of markets in Southeast Asia, the difference between a good site and a great site could be a difference of matter of streets away. And we really use a combination of mobility data plus catchment profiling, and again, mapping that competitor layout, pinpointing that trade areas to really understand the right customers and the growth potential in whatever particular state or country that you intend to enter. That way, brands can really scale in a more structured way rather than solely relying on local intuition. And we really want to see a combination of that. So we are talking about the data front. We're coming back to mobility data once again. We analyze mobility patterns to really estimate that potential footfall at different times of the day. And this really is separated into two distinct data sets. One which I call your general population flow, which really talks about where the residents are staying, and that worker element as well. That distinction really helps us understand whether that trade area is very much a resident-driven, a workplace-driven, or a combination of both of these. Because as we know in retail, especially in F&B, you've got that day part and your night part as well, and they are patronized by two very different types of customers during the day and during the night. Another one that I would sort of add on top of that would be that store rollout strategy. You would want to prioritize expansion based on the key market indicators that are linked to high performing stores. This really creates a sequence or really a list of locations that are ranked from the least risky at the top, so that's your number one, down to the most risky based on that current trajectory of your market planning. So that can be, the bottom can be either number 10 or number 100, it doesn't matter. Top of the list is the least risky, bottom of the list is the most risky. By understanding or having this list, it really helps you to de-risk your expansion opportunities and focus on investments where you can say the likelihood of success is at its highest.
Yes, thank you for that, Kai. I've noticed, a lot of times brand owners and franchisees know the city that they are operating in. They know Ho Chi Minh City very well, and they can guess to a certain degree of accuracy that it should be here versus here. But what you're starting to see in markets like Vietnam and all across Asia really is that the big cities are no longer just the only opportunity for franchise expansion. It is the entire country now. And expanding to the rest of the country, an area where you don't know very well, and where there's a lack of real data from the government, that's when gap maps really becomes extremely useful. So thanks for
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, I just want to add to that, Sean. I think the first 5 to 10, even 15 locations are probably your low-hanging fruit, if you will.
Right.
What is beyond that 15 when you want to start growing to a store count of 50 to 100 and start taking on a lot of the large veteran brands in the market? Data really helps you with that understanding that rollout plan throughout the country.
Great. Does anybody else have anything to add? We'll move on to the next section, and this is one of my favorites, and it's about partner selection, franchise partner selections. I'm sure there's a few in the audience today that want to know how we select franchise partners and how should we structure that to protect ourselves. Victor, you want to give a stab at it?
Yeah, I mean, it's so important. Is the number one point is to find the right partner, sharing your values, respecting the brand identity, and that's why it's important to take you for organizing this kind of webinar, because we stay connected in the ecosystem. We're meeting new people, and we potentially have some partnership matching. So, and one thing I like about franchising, it's a human-centric business model. The success, it's about relationship, values. It's a really human-centric business model, and so that's why I really spend time finding the right partner. Also working with VF, because it's so important. It's a long-term relationship. It's like a marriage, so it's important to find a good partner, right? And it's like, if my partner is happy, I'm happy. If they are successful, I'm successful. So partner selection is the most important point. Thank you, Sean.
Thank you, Victor. Anybody else would like to add anything?
Yeah, actually, from legal perspective, the foreign franchisor can also carefully review about the requirement relating to local partner in such jurisdiction, because maybe each jurisdiction also have the specific requirement for the local franchisee. For example, in Vietnam, maybe they will require that this should not an individual, but this is a local business have the business line that align with the proposal franchise business, and the partner with a clean legal record have a strong experience and good financial will have to maintain the relationship between parties. And also you also can put in the franchise agreement some request to the franchisee, such as that they need to keep and maintain all the required license, permit, or approval for operating the franchise business during the time of the franchise agreement. And if they have any change about the ownership, they need to inform and get the approval from franchisor. It's also one of the method that can also protect of the relationship between party and keep the business can run for stable for a long time.
Absolutely, Mr. Our VF franchise consulting, one of our key roles is to help franchisors find qualified franchisees, oftentimes at the country level, either area or master franchise. And when I meet up with potential investors and groups that are interested in franchising one of our clients' brands, for example, I always share with them that I'm not here to sell you the franchise, but rather I'm here to educate you about the opportunity, and you decide for yourself whether you want to pursue this opportunity or not. Uh, you know, for uh, for very good reasons. Obviously, we select very good brands that we believe have great market potential all across Asia, and we've been very selective with that. But I have seen groups where we talk to some of the largest F&B groups, for example, in Asia, and my clients have declined to offer them the franchise, even though they want to actually do the franchise. So you want to make sure that when you are looking for the right partner, it really is like a marriage, like Victor said, it's going to last longer than most marriages because of the 10 plus 10-year license partnership. So be very careful, do your due diligence, and make sure it is not just about money, but more than that on both sides. Okay, so we'll end it there. Chris, did you want to add anything or? Okay, good. Excellent. I thought you were raised your hand. So.
No, I'm looking forward to the next question, I think.
Okay. Well,